get tired of it, but another monster stat line tonight, doing it on both ends. I think at one point you went coast to coast for the chase down block. Just energy coming into tonight. How did that translate to you on the floor?
It's actually really crazy because I didn't have any energy this morning. Not feeling the best, but my teammates really
recording in progress.
And we know that this was a bounce back game for us. Everyone saw our showing that wasn't us. So I knew coming into this game that like we needed to turn something. We needed to set the tone and start to get our identity. It's early, and this is the time where you form your identity. So we just use this game to really kind of form that.
And you just mentioned Seattle, going back to Seattle on Sunday. Is it kind of a good thing whenever you experience something like you guys experienced last week, or on Sunday rather, to kind of see that team again?
I don't think necessarily just seeing the team again, but definitely getting a butt kicking like that. Sometimes you need to have to wake you up to know that you can't just show up and think that people are gonna let you get off. Like we sent them home. Like they have an angry locker room. Like they want that chip on their shoulder. So I think it was good for us. And they're a great team. So I think it was good for us to kind of know that it's bigger than what we may be expecting, and we got to hold all those standards. So we got to go back this Sunday and see what happens.
Becky Hammond said that this game was just about the aces being the aces, regardless of any noise that might be surrounding the matchup. What about this performance felt like the aces being the aces again for you?
Just our defensive effort. I think that's what we're slowly like. We had a week of just hard practice. Like we got out there and practice, and like I said, the Seattle game left a bad taste in our mouth. So every day we were chipping away, getting better. Like iron sharpens iron. So yeah, today and every time like we play, it's always gonna be like aces. We need to focus on us, and that's what you saw today. So I think defensively, you saw us string possessions together, where in some cases we don't always do that. So hopefully we can bottle that up and continue.
Your passing game tonight really stood out. I mean, you're leading the team in assists, but maybe not like what people might have expected for the aces. Was that kind of like their game plan going into the season? Like, I'm going to be a better passer, and I'm going to lead this team in that area?
Not necessarily lead the team in this area, but check it. What y'all call me? I don't know my nickname.
Rubio.
Yeah, Ricky Rubio. They call me Ricky Rubio, so y'all can look at his highlights and you see our games are very similar. but no, absolutely not. I did not come into the season saying I wanted to lead this team in assists, but I do know that I'm going to see a lot of different defenses, which means I can't shoot over 5 people, and I have amazing teammates surrounding me, so I'm going to get them the basketball, and I'm just glad to make shots.
In the bag, Jackie, you had the main defensive assignment against Kelsey Plum tonight. How much of that was personal for you, and how fun was that actually to see the tables turn a little bit for a former teammate?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both two competitors, so we're just going at it. At the same time, I mean, it's team basketball, so my teammates helped me a lot. If I was getting beat or whatever it was, just loading up. And so, I mean, we worked on defense all week, So, I mean, it's important to just make it tough on her. We know that she's a scorer, can flat out score the ball. So just trying to make it tough for her. We know she's gonna score because she's a great player. But just make it difficult for her.
We'll go to one on Zoom. Jordan on Zoom.
Hello, ladies. Jordan, Television Sports. Congrats on the win. Real quick, Asia, I know you said you weren't feeling well. Hope you feel better. My question is for both of you all. So you bounced back with this great win over the Sparks. So just talk about how to build off that momentum going into the next game against Seattle.
I think the biggest thing is just on the defensive end, making sure that we are locked in and ready to go. This league is really, really good, obviously. We just have to make sure that we hone in on our assignments and just guarding our yard. So it's going to be a good one, but we're going to enjoy this one, and then we got to catch a play.
We'll end with Andrew. End with Andrew, please, on Zoom.
Thanks a lot, as always. First for you, Aja. Even your A1's got a deflection and still right there off of that pass from Hamby off your shoe. Can you just talk about that moment? And Jackie, can you just talk about how you just felt about your offense tonight and that moment where Aja's shoe got a deflection right there?
I mean, what can I say? The A1 gonna be the A1. Even when you're not in the shoe, it's making good plays. But I don't know. I just lost my shoe. I don't know what else did happen. That was just luck. So I'm happy it did that. Did that kind of steal for me? It should. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Worked out.
I ran the play wrong, so it was
Um,
downhill from
So
there.
you can't really
Yeah.
shoot, huh?
Oh, we should. All right, we gotta go
All
back.
right,
Bye.
thanks, Andrew. Thanks, guys.
Becky, the only scored 16 points compared to scores in the first 3 periods. How do you plan to improve that fourth period drought?
Makes no shots. We missed some wide open ones, that happens. We were 2 for 10, 0.3 in the second half. That happens. The shooting doesn't bother me, it's the defense. I always want the defense. The shooting comes and goes. The defense cannot come and go. Has to stay there the whole time. And I thought, we missed some open ones. Jackie had a couple good looks that normally she would knock down, but I think she was pretty exhausted from chasing Plum on the other end. It takes a lot of energy to chase her around. So we did a lot of good things. We could still clean up on some things, but that was, I feel, a little bit of a step in the right direction.
You limited Kelsey to 4 points in that first half, and obviously that was going to be a huge part of the game plan, but how would you just rank your satisfaction with the defense tonight?
Overall, it was pretty good. I still think they got away from us in the paint a little bit. They started really, I thought there was a stretch where they were just outplaying us. Maybe we were a little gassed, a little tired. I called quick timeouts when I felt like that was happening. But the defense, for the most part, I thought was the separation factor for us. And they missed a couple open ones too. So we're not, like I said, we're in a work in progress. But we did some good things to build off. So considering what the game we were coming off, that was a better showing for us. That was a little more like it.
Asia was joking about her nickname as a passer.
Freaking Rubio.
Curious if the season ends and she's still leading the team in assists. Will you be satisfied with that? Is that something that you can accept, and is that part of the plan for the season?
No. I mean, I'll get her a Ricky Rubio jersey, but Chelsea Gray needs to lead this team in assists. Period. Now, Asia gets a ton of attention, and all Asia is doing. She could have had a triple double tonight. We missed a lot. Had we knocked those down in the second half, she's sitting with 10 dimes for sure. But it's because she's just making the right play. They're giving her so much attention. Now those other people, you got to just step up and knock down shots. That's it. And we know we're going to have nights where we just start cooking. And we cooked in the first half. Honestly, I think we were 10 for 15 from 3. But it's all just numbers. It's all just numbers at the end of the day. You got to keep shooting when you're open.
First row.
LA was very physical with Jewel on ball screens, obviously specifically off ball screens. Did you see something schematically that they were trying to take away, or did you just see that they were kind of ramping it up defensively or physically on her?
Yeah, I mean, that was it. Be disruptive, hit her a lot, push her off her routes. Just push back, in my opinion, if they're not going to call it.
Anyone else in the room before we go to Zoom? All right, we'll go to Andrew on Zoom. Andrew?
Thanks a lot as always, Coach. You talked about Jackie's effort not only in dealing with Kelsey as much as possible, but on the offensive end, again, her jump shot, the pull up, as well as the three. You talk about all around effort.
I mean, Jack was great tonight. She's somebody who takes her craft very seriously. I thought she could have had 3+ release. She smoked some layups, but I think her legs were going from all the work that I was asking of her. I thought she played a hell of a game. And we need that from her. At the end of the day, our Olympians need to play like Olympians, period. And then everybody else will fall in line. It doesn't matter. But those 4 always set the tone for us, always.
All right, thank you, Coach.